temporary market between Johnstone and BT Park opens to more than 2,000 women vendors. Works Minister assures Tombisana Kaithel will be completed before month of May. CPI Manipur accuses Modi government and Sangha Parivar of trying to saffronize colleges and universities and create turmoil in the country. Students indefinitely shut down Government Polytechnic at Takhelpad protesting cease work by teachers. And Jennings is the first in the Northeast India to provide free cochlear implant surgery to people below poverty line. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You are watching Primetime English News. I am Tensubam Ranita with the top stories and latest news at this hour. The temporary market constructed in the western side of the Johnstone Higher Secondary School has been inaugurated this morning and women vendors have occupied the market sheds. Speaking on the occasion, Works Minister Dr. K.H. Ratan Kumar assured the women vendors that the Tombisana Kaithel will be completed before May this year to solve the difficulties facing the women vendors of Khwairambal Kaithel. He said the state government is waiting for the report of the experts submitted to the National Disaster Management Authority (NDMA) after they visited the earthquake-hit Lakshmi Kaithel and New Market. The minister also said they have been pressing for the report and a decision will be taken soon after they receive the report from the NDMA on the future step regarding the two markets. The idols of the Kaithel Lairembi, Ima Imoinu and Ima Phawoibi were brought to the temporary market before the formal inauguration. Traditional and religious rituals were performed marking the inauguration of the market. Social Welfare Minister A.K. Mirabai, who also took part in the function, also interacted with the vendors. A large number of women vendors who have been badly affected by the January 4 earthquake attended the inauguration. The market has 5 rows of sheds to provide space to maximum number of women vendors. It is expected that the temporary sheds will allow more than 2,000 vendors to carry out their businesses.
National Disaster Management Authority na madugi hairiba findings sing adu makoi examine tawre heraga madugi report ma koi da pirakini madugi report adu lakpaga akoi na masigi si akoi amukanna akoi semjilaga madui strengthen tawgadra natraga akoi kari toba yagadagi na haibudo madugi report tugi makha purna akoi Manipur sarkar na paithan na bagi damakta akoi athuba madam da paithan na ba madu akoi kanna akoi honajari haibo apam si ai thamjage.
Social Welfare Minister A.K. Mirabai expressed the temporary market will solve the hardships faced by the women vendors. She appealed to them to bear with the temporary arrangement.
Development tawuna maram boire hare haraga laiba ekoina mafam abatada mapung ana apunba oina phangdabadagi laiba mafam asidaida ekoi sarkarna sigurba decision asi lauraga matam kharagi oina ekoi mayambu mafam ekoi masi piba matamda imai ben singi hena ekoi mafam sare masina ina boire haibadi nate.
Newly constructed temporary shed of Khurai Ima Lamlong Kaithel was inaugurated today, 2 months after January 4 earthquake. The earthquake had destroyed the temporary shed of Khurai Ima Lamlong Kaithel. The new structure is constructed in front of Lamlong Higher Secondary School. The construction began on January 7 and it will provide space to 185 vendors in 5 blocks. Wanghai MLA Y. Irabot urged the Lamlong Kaithel Development Committee to follow rules and regulations while allotting spaces at the new shed. It is worth mentioning here that Lamlong Kaithel Development Committee had submitted a memorandum to the Chief Minister in January this year demanding construction of a new shed with basic amenities. The committee also demanded relocation of Khurai Girls High School and Khurai Primary School. The memorandum also demanded construction of a flyover or underground road connecting the two markets. BJP Manipur Pradesh President Thaunajom Chauba today accused the Okram Ibobi Singh-led Congress government of indulging in power struggle rather than focusing on the welfare of the state. Thaunajom Chauba made the statement during the felicitation of Laisangthem Gyanendra, Councillor of IMC Ward number 15 under Singzamai Assembly constituency, who joined the BJP today. It may be mentioned that Laisanthem Gyanendra won the last civic elections on Trinamool Congress ticket. Welcoming Councillor Gyanendra to the party at Nitepa Chuthek, Thangnojam Chawwa said the Congress board will sink soon as their own MLAs are indulging in power struggle. He said the Congress MLAs vying to become ministers are creating problems for their own chief minister. He also said, looking at the present unrest within the Congress party, BJP is hopeful of winning in both Imphal Municipal Corporation election and General Assembly elections.
Ibobi Patre, Chief Minister Magis Hasonimo, law and order ngaktre, development late, budget Putorapada, Karaida, priority pigan have a yogre, Longi Senvigi, Lyra Singwapam Yogre, budget on the Putore. Hariba Wapam Maduda Nainaraga, MLA Singadana, Mahakase, policy program, Sason over the Haitre, Sahitra Mangajma Siluna, Hodradana, Mantri Sintox in a Hova City. Patrava, Makoi, Mantri Singina Queen Sar Air, Koyong Sagi, Hyberatare, Masidi, Prajaginate, Dowi Batavakasi. Aduna, Masivo Bharatiya Janata Party na Yamna Haksina Lawi.
Communist Party of India Manipur State Council today accused Narendra Modi government and Sangha Parivar of trying to saffronize colleges and universities and create turmoil in the country. Speaking to media at Iravad Bhavan, BT Road, General Secretary of CPI Manipur State Council Dr. Moirangthem Nara said, the already aggravated politics and economy of the country has worsened since Narendra Modi came to power. Modi government is trying to revive caste system under one religion, one nation ideology, citing sedition charges slam against Jawaharlal Nehru University Students Union President Kanhaiya Kumar. Dr. Nare added that the CPI resolved to fight against the saffronization movement led by Modi and Sangh Parivar at its conference held in Hyderabad. CPI Manipur State Council will also kick off campaign in Manipur as well.
Bharat asi khwaidagi chawba ganatantra chatpalipa amani di hairaga hujikta mihat mipun amasung ganatantra gi chanapatha punamaki ona tena bada chatharaiba sarkar asigi policy si khoi ngakta bangamde economic front fellow shalapa politically discredited oirakpa punamasina NDA government is going ahead with their hidden agenda on Hindutva and Sangha Parivar's imposition on saffronization. Manipur da Nagaling issue or Kuki homeland gi wapam dalaiba Ching amasung tam gi praja gi marakta singsiap thanariba sigi tanjasi da muk saffronization gi por asina higher education gi institution sing aside attack tor puna masina there may be turmoil.
Dr. Nara further said the CPI will fill its candidates in the upcoming municipal corporation election, asserting that election held in the state has turned into a huge money and muscle game. Nara, however, stated that the party will contest election with minimum expenditure.
Paisha tingaga election thokani hariba sigi mayokta amukta thokhidriba maungda we want to campaign, we want to appeal to the people. Mi punamaksi sida miyeng amta changbiyu haibase Tamoy siyang appeal ka loinana rahinti si rahinti wena tawdre sidi sengi karbar wena tawre haiba sigi miyeng da ay koy anoba lalong amada municipality si fight tawningi election da paisa tingdana afaba mi khanba ngambagi habesugi changi ngamasu yengjage na khal.
Students of Government Polytechnic Takel Pad have indefinitely shut down the institute from today, protesting the cease work by the teachers. Speaking to Impact News, General Secretary of Government Polytechnic Students Union, Asem Prem said, teachers of the institute stopped taking classes from March 3 over the appointment of T. Bhaveshwar as principal in charge, saying that the appointment violated guidelines of the institute. Prem said, the students today decided to indefinitely close down the institute. He said on January 27, the Students' Union submitted a memorandum to Education Minister Moirangthem Okendro to fulfill all the infrastructure requirements. The institute suffered a massive damage in the earthquake on January 4 this year. Education Minister M. Okendro had inspected the college campus on February 2 and gave assurance to start repair work and provide all necessary facilities from next day. Asem Prem said the Education Minister has failed to fulfill his promise. It may be mentioned that Government Polytechnic Teachers Association and Government Polytechnic Employees and Workers Association have launched an indefinite stir from March 3 against the appointment of T. Bhaveshwar as a principal in charge. The two associations are claiming that the state government overlooked the senior teachers and officers to appoint a junior officer as a principal in charge.
March date 3 dagina khoi ngasi bawda class tawgan lai class tawdoi maramna khoi handa principal ama hanai do retire ga matungda principal ama nongna pa pusi oza mayam gi makai dagi yaningdaba phongdok khoi class tawbiyo de class tawon bibiyo de lep tawon lai chiba de lep tawon bibiyo de maroina khoi college to lai chibje toilet bibiyo na si mang khoi tandai ki.
Parents of a girl student who was denied her rights in the examination center by not providing extra sheet on time have urged the authority concerned to compensate the student in the form of grace mark for the subject and take action against officer in charge. Authority admitted lapses in the conduct of the examination on February 8 at Ideal Academy High School. The girl student had to wait for nearly 30 minutes for an extra answer sheet in mathematics subject in class 10 examination. The matter was discussed today at a joint meeting of authority concerned officer in charge, K.I. Sharad Chandra, and the parents of the student and Deputy Director Board of Secondary Education, Manipur, L. Mangi. Mangi assured the parents of meeting again on the last day of the examinations along with controller of the examinations and take further action. Parents also drew the attention of the department concerned to look into the matter as soon as possible. Democratic Students Alliance of Manipur, Desam and Apunba, Irei Paki Mahiroi Singpang Lup, AIMS, have claimed that the use of unfair means by students cannot be checked in the high school leaving certificate examination conducted by the Board of Secondary Education, Manipur. Today also, the volunteers of the two student bodies visited some examination centers and caught a teacher while helping a student copy and a student impersonating a candidate. Speaking to media at Desam office at Kaisampad Secretary Organization, E. Musuk Maitei said they visited 26 examination centers and found mass copying in 10 centers. He said a teacher was caught while he was making carbon copies of answers to be distributed to candidates in Uchiwa Private Center. He also said one Mohammad Salman Khan was caught impersonating Kaisam Binod, roll number 3334 at Mayang Imphal Center AN, Tomchau Higher Secondary School.
Sigumba mahiro singbu afaba lambi da purakpada mangjin thana na asoba dai chalaugadaba oza singna mahiro singna ranba tawda mating pangamba basi yamna laibak thibani tak anauba thokhiba board ki order amagi matungina mahiro amana unfair means tawbada oza singna mating panglamragadi khoi government gi school gi oza oiragana oza du suspend tawba aduga private school gi oza sing oiragana school adu aikoi recognition kakane haiba antak bona thokhiba order du chapjana koi sungsoi soidana pangthokadamne haibasi Desam amasung AIMS ki maikaidagi kanna haijadi.
A team of Democratic Students Alliance of Manipur Desam today visited the constructions which have been lying incomplete for a long time at the Manipur University campus. Desam President Moirangthem Angamba questioned why the auditorium and international guest house, whose construction began in 2006 under central funding, have not been completed yet. He asked if the funds have been diverted and demanded that the Manipur University authorities must clarify why the completion has been delayed. He also asked where had Rs 20 lakhs sanctioned by the centre for the construction of a helipad for the visit of President Pranab Mukherjee in April 2014 to attend the convocation of the university has gone.
Clarification nama Manipur University site agi phongdok taba taragadi Manipur University leiba mahiroi singa khosam narakanda aikoi gi phanganbam thokpa aikoi gi lefam thokpa hostel sing matam chana loisalbiu amadi construction gi program sing asi niyom tona tawbiu haiba adugumba mahiroi singa khosam narakanda aikoi achawa movement ama university manung da leiriba corruption tawriba favoritism tawriba nepotism tawriba aran hui me amam tawriba simasi sengdokna bagi ba tonganba aikoi na changjin jariba mission simasi hena kanba khongthang ama Manipur University da aikoi paikhalak lagani haibagi wafam dumuga thamjari.
Lilong Political Unified Link Lipul has alleged that the funds for the pre-matric scholarship and matric mean scholarship for minority students have been misappropriated by MOBC and MOBETS. In a press release, the Lipul said the government initiated an inquiry in November 2015, but no action has been taken against those guilty. It's time for a small commercial break. We'll be back in a short while. Keep watching Impact News.
Ministry of Urban Development Government of India na state singa direction piri government offices laiba government building mek hei leising se masi lu nan bagi adugumba competition nama tau competition je March ki tarik amadagi horaga 35 phawba tawgadabni tarik 36 sida koige muda gi Manipur Urban Development Agency amasung municipality gi mioi mayam team chalaga semaga adumai tawna hariba moje mark pigni hariba admasi am afaba initiative ni ada public na su lakwa de employees sing na su sinaba toilet sing ba maruaina ade tholaiba garbage ji kamai tawna dispose togi haibna sing basi khitang focus torwa attention pirak basi am afaba initiative ni koi mahu department tori sibo hariba.
Welcome back. You are watching Primetime English News. Manipur's Jenims is the first in the northeast India to provide free cochlear implant surgery. Two surgeons from outside the state, Professor Dr. Mohan Kameshwaran and Dr. Sunil Goyal, will also take part in the implant surgery. Two children have been successfully operated upon on October 24 last year. Speaking to media persons, Jenims ENT HOD Professor Dr. M. Madhumangol said the surgery is conducted under AYJ Adib Scheme, Ministry of Social Welfare. The benefits of the free surgery are given to families below poverty line. 8 children will be benefited by the surgery being held from the 10th to 12th of this month. He said the surgery normally costs around rupees 6.5 lakhs. He also showed gratitude to Manipur State Health Director Okram Iwomcha for his support.
ngang sing nauna na tadi manum khangdoga operation tawraga cochlear implant ji hapaga kanagadra kanaroidra haiba si koina ngang sing asi koina test tawraga khangani na tadre nang sumlei thokpidaba ngang adu nganna pubiraga koina hariba cochlear implant ji hapaga kanagadra kanaroidra haiba koi test tawraga yengjage kanagadobu leiragadi matam chana adu hapchahoge masigi facility asi Department of ENT Jenims da koi facility leijare haiba program asi makhata na satajagini.
Maibam Shanti Bala from Kachikhul, Mayailekai in Lamsang has appealed for help for the people for her treatment. 41-year-old Shanti Bala is married to Maibam Shatra and has a daughter and a son. She and her husband had been trying to meet ends by doing whatever they could. Unfortunately, she could not work anymore as she suffered back pain in 2004. Shanti Bala said they could not bear the expenses of her treatment and appealed for people's help. With the help of Relief Center for Welfare of Differently Abled Persons, Manipur, she is going to Guwahati for treatment on the 16th of this month. Persons willing to help may contact mobile number 9856413030.
ꯁꯤ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯄꯁꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯑꯉꯥꯡ ꯅꯨꯄꯤꯁꯦ ꯄꯣꯛꯄꯗ ꯑꯣꯄꯔꯦꯁꯟ ꯇꯧꯋꯦ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯑꯣꯄꯔꯦꯁꯟ ꯇꯧꯔ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗꯒꯤ ꯈꯔ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯡꯁꯦ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯅꯥꯕ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯑꯦ ꯅꯥꯕ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯄꯗꯒꯤ ꯀꯣꯟꯕꯁꯨ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯑꯦ ꯑꯗꯩꯗꯤ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯅꯥꯕ ꯍꯦꯟꯖꯜꯂꯛꯄꯗꯨꯗ ꯑꯩꯁꯦ ꯒꯨꯋꯥꯍꯥꯇꯤꯗ ꯆꯠꯂꯒ ꯔꯃꯟ ꯍꯣꯁꯄꯤꯇꯥꯜꯗ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯦ ꯐꯗꯥꯅ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯂꯩꯕꯗꯒꯤ ꯌꯨꯝꯗ ꯍꯜꯂꯛꯑꯦ ꯌꯨꯝꯗ ꯍꯜꯂꯛꯄꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯃꯨꯛꯁꯨ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯑꯦ ꯆꯦꯛ ꯆꯠ ꯉꯝꯍꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯩꯁꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯄꯩꯁꯥꯁꯤ ꯂꯩꯖꯗꯕꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯩ ꯑꯅꯥꯕꯁꯦ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯍꯦꯟꯖꯜꯂꯛꯄꯗꯒꯤ ꯁꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗ ꯈꯔ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯄꯥꯡꯕꯤꯌꯣꯅ ꯗꯣꯅꯦꯁꯟ ꯑꯩ ꯅꯤꯖꯒꯦꯅ ꯇꯧꯕꯗꯣ.
GSC against the arrest of 4 persons in connections with the death of Mohammad Rafiq has urged for their release. The 4 persons from Tikcham were arrested on February 23 after the body of Mohammad Rafiq from Sora in Thoubal district was discovered. The JSC demanded the release of the arrested persons by March 18 and threatened to resort to intense agitation if they are not set free. A one-day capacity building program on space-based information support for decentralized planning was held today. The program was jointly organized by Manipur Remote Sensing Application Center, Imphal, and District Rural Development Agency, Imphal East, under the sponsorship of National Remote Sensing Center and Indian Space Research Organization, Government of India. The program was held at State Institute of Rural Development, Porampad. Members of Panchayati Raj of Imphal East were distributed maps showing areas within Panchayati Raj. Manipur Remote Sensing Application Center briefed the Panchayati Raj members on how to use map in development work. RBD Indane Khongman Mangzil launched 5 kg gas cylinder for the first time in Manipur. The cylinder was formally launched by Chief Secretary Oinam Navakishore at a function at Hotel Classic. Imphal East DC M. Joy, IOC DGM Jayanta Madham, CAF and PD Principal Secretary Amesh Khan, IOC State Level Coordinator SI Singh, among others attended the function. Speaking at the event, Oinam Navakishore said the 5 kg cylinder will help in curbing black marketing of LPG in the state. Plans are also being made to make the cylinder available easily in the grocery shops. He also said there is need for the LPG distributors to give awareness to the consumers on LPG uses.
That is the first step. I was in the hygiene. RBD not about the distributor Kudimukasu, low in a Masigi, high kg commercial LPG in Pangan view and I have to in a phase manner, Pangan and mind or a commitment of PBD. KYC, no, Nikandi, Aman and Nikandi Moko connection, Pangava. Otherwise, Masidi had any time Pangaya, Masita, the exact or what happened. It will be a great boon to the people. Manipura, they sing man, Masio, but really, the city on sea. I was sure she already got. I don't know who we are at the Nava, Jungle Nandi, Masiku out on the way down to 22 Musi and a half sea and proposal target, proposal see am to lay.
The third rising day of Manipur Naga People's Front, MNPF, was celebrated today at General Headquarters and Mobile Battalions. In a press release, Assistant Publicity Secretary of the MNPF said, Chairman Francis greeted the people on the day. He said the people living in the valley and hills are brothers and they have been living together and protecting the state for generations. Sahitya Thaupang Loop will award the annual Gopal Sharma Award 2016 Khuman Them Prakash Singh in recognition of his contribution to the development of Manipuri language, literature and culture. The award will be presented on March 21 on the World Poetry Day at Dave Literature Center. The award carries Rs 10,000 and a citation. Coalition Against Drugs and Alcohol Kada Thawal District United Women's Development and Bengi Football Club Bengi Thawal District jointly organized an awareness program on crimes against women and how to prevent them on March 10 at Arong Ningtho, Laibung Bengnun in Thaubal District. Joy Kumar Wahengbam, Executive Director of Human Rights Initiative and Advocate Y. Ratan Kumar, President Kada, spoke on crimes against women and mob justice. 3-day state-level Krishi Mela 2016 on the theme Soil Health Management concluded today. Tribal Affairs and Hill Parliamentary Secretary Victor Kaising appealed to the farmers not to use inorganic fertilizers for profits, and the use of inorganic fertilizers in the state is still controllable. Victor Kaising also asked farmers not to be ashamed of introducing themselves as farmers, for people are living on the farmers' produces. Speaking on the occasion, Additional Director of Agriculture P.H. Rajendra said, Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana will be taken up in Imphal East, Thaubal, Bisnupur and Ukhrul districts in public-private partnership mode. 30 stalls of ICAR, cow, Sriculture, fisheries and NGOs were opened in the Mela. Certificate, memento and cash award were also given to top 3 stalls.
Manipur ko malam sibu kadai da bulay gani hajabagi maram da su amma prithvi jam kan Manipur ko hajabal lam se leitab ne ko apa hai sira fataba sira Manipur da amana to hor de bayam su to lay rak pare ko aduna amana organic oiba horde bayam ju organic ora kidran asa sa malai adum ko aduna adu ko myam se target to bine se ha se idi hiding is.
Newly built temple of Ima Ibema Tarung Hanbi Thongak Macha Lairembi at Takiel Khongbal Maning Laikai was consecrated today. The Thogal loop of the Lairembi has been following the age-old tradition of Umang Lai Harauba and conservation of forests in the temple area.
Manipur amadi baitegi oiba ngasigi umang lai haibasina lairambadagi ngasigi environment pagalanba amasu umang lai na ohelibeni ngasidi masina takpudi umang lai lairamdragadi Manipurda Impal Valley da ngasi mayam je amata lairamdadana masini hena khudong thiningai oiba pot amasu oigani ngasi environment phagalandana amadi tungda horaiba naharon singi damakta afaba message amaju piri.
National news, the Election Commission today issued notification today for the first phase of assembly elections in Assam and West Bengal. In Assam, polling for the first phase of polls will be held on April 4 in 65 seats. Scrutiny of nomination papers will be held on 19th of this month, while March 21st is the last date of withdrawal of the nominations. There would be over 12,000 polling booths in this phase. Except Congress and AIUDF, most of the major parties have announced their candidates. Assam has a total of 1 crore 98 lakh voters. Boats, buses, elephants and helicopters will be pressed into service to ferry men and materials during polls. In West Bengal, the notification for the assembly elections to the 18 constituencies will be issued today. All the 18 constituencies located in West Midnapur, Bankura and Purulia districts will go on polls on April 4. Filing of nomination for all these seats opening today will continue till March 18. The scrutiny will be done on the 19th, the next day. The candidates will be allowed to withdraw the nominations for these 18 seats till March 21st. The elections to the West Bengal Assembly will be conducted in 6 voting phases till May 5, and counting of all the 294 constituencies will be done on May 19. The centre has so far allocated over rupees 9,000 crore for the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Urban Development Minister M. Venkaiah Naidu today told the Rajya Sabha that the mission is making an impact all over the country and gradually turning into a popular campaign for cleanliness. He claimed almost 44% of the municipal solid waste is now being collected door to door against a target of 50% by end of this month. Before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Temporary market between Johnstone and BT Park opens to more than 2,000 women vendors. Works Minister assures Tombisana Kaithel will be completed before month of May. CPI Manipur accuses Modi government and Sangh Parivar of trying to saffronize colleges and universities and create turmoil in the country. Students indefinitely shut down Government Polytechnic at Takiel Part, protesting cease work by teachers. And Jennings is the first in the Northeast India to provide free cochlear implant surgery to people below poverty line.